Let's play 2 tonight, they said. Yes, we're doubling the fun, a doubleheader. It's the Norwich Scenic Horns and the Worcester Bravehearts on this Friday night. Norwich finally, their first Friday night home game of the summer. Good evening, everybody. I'm Adam Plager, welcoming you to the Norwich Scenic Horns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. Norwich back on track last night, a huge victory, 5-2 over the Westfield Starfires, and, well, a big reason why we've talked about it. Every time Norwich is picking up wins, it's the pitching staff that's leading the way, and no question about it last night. Luke Hardman was shuffling the deck once again, and the Starfires really no answers for him. Yes, they get the 2 runs against him, but Hardman was in control all night. Let's roll some of these highlights for you. First pitch strike thrower, he's all over the strike zone, and how about 4 straight strikeouts? Yes, Luke Hardman matches Brendan Grady with 4 consecutive punch-outs to start the night. I think that right there, it sets the tone for Norwich. He's letting the defense know behind him. He's got their back all night long. Let's make the plays behind us. It's going to be a good night for baseball for Norwich, and Luke Hardman did just that. Yes, Westfield does get that run in the 4th inning. They add one as well in the top of the 6th inning, but you feel like when you're getting a pitching performance like that, you're going to find a way to get that offense going. And Luke Hardman, he finishes it out 5 innings, just the 1 earned run, a season high 7 strikeouts for him. He didn't walk anybody. That's how in control he was. He was pounding the zone, and we talked about it yesterday. You have to get back into attack mode. Trust your stuff. Trust the mechanics. That's now 2 consecutive unbelievable outings now for Luke Hardman. 10 innings, just the 1 earned run. He is struck out now 12 different batters in those last 2 outings. He's really turned a corner. He's been a bright spot, and so is the starting pitching for Norwich. When they're getting it, when they're dialed in, they set the tone of the game, and Luke Hardman does exactly that last night. Yes, the bats, it took him some time, so we will step aside as well, because when we come back on the other side of the pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds, we're heading to the 6th inning. Norwich with the comeback in the 6th when we come back.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right, right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Welcome back to the Norwich Scenic Horns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. Connor Nimick, well, he was locked in for Westfield last night, and that might get lost in the shuffle. He went 5 no-hit innings to start that ball game before Norwich picked up the temperature in the 6th. A little 6th inning wake-up call for the bats. How are you? But, I mean, let's not forget Connor Nimick was all over Norwich. He allowed just the 5 base runners through the first 5 innings of last night's contest. The 1-hit batsman, 3 walks, a man reaching on an error, but he was so in control of the ball game yesterday for Westfield. But finally, Norwich in the 6th, putting together some quality at bats. Yes, the wind is gusting. It's picking up. I think it's a sign we're talking about the bats. They're heating up for Norwich. In the 6th we go, and some command troubles there to start that inning. You never want to give up the leadoff walk. Charlie Walsh, quality at bat. Give him credit to start things out. And then all of a sudden, Gavin O'Brien's turn at the plate. He has a base hit for himself. Finally, Norwich breaks through. They have their first hit of the ball game. It's coming in that 6th inning, and then a chance for who? Caden Fay, infield single, and all of a sudden, bases are loaded for Norwich in the 6th with nobody out, and this is going to bring out the manager, Paul Bonfiglio. He's going to make a call to the bullpen for Jasper Nadell to come in. He gets the first man out, and then all of a sudden, he loses command of the strike zone, and Norwich thankful for it because it produces their first run of the ball game. Baglino hit by a pitch. Those never feel good, but what does feel good? Norwich finally on the board. They got some life. A 2-1 ball game with 1 out, and then it's Jack Oman, a good Oman. He's coming to the plate. He ties the game, the RBI walk. all that matters. It's 2-2. Norwich all of a sudden turning the tide of this game. Couple of wild pitches to Kenny Noe, makes it 3-2 Norwich, and all of a sudden this game is flipped right on its head, 180-degree spin, and the Unicorns have themselves a 3-2 lead. And now a chance to break it open a little more. It's Connor Scanlon. Important add-on runs for Norwich. They finally get some. Scanlon with a base hit through into center field. 5-2 Norwich.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Presenting our nation's colors, the First Company Governor Foot Guard. Upon the completion of the anthem, we ask that you please remain standing until the colors are retired. At this time, we will now honor America and those defending our freedoms with the singing of our national anthem. Performing the anthem this evening, please welcome from Plainfield, Connecticut, Paul Salisbury.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last beaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Paul. Once again, fans, we ask that you please remain standing until the colors are retired. Thank you. And now let's play ball.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Norwich.
This inning is sponsored by Andrew Noman, local financial professional with Rose City Financial Services. If your plan is still in the dugout, Andrew is here to help you get it in the game. With 20 years of experience and a love for this local community, he can help your family round the bases toward their financial goals. It all starts with a meeting and sound plan. Find out more at Rose City Financial Big thanks to Andrew and Rose City Financial for keeping your future in tonight's game on to
Ready to go. It's game 2 of the twin bill, the Norwich Unicorns and the top-seeded Worcester Bravehearts, who have improved to 13-6. Norwich dropping game 1 of the doubleheader. Final score of the game, 12-3. Matt Wooten, the Eastern Connecticut State product, has the baseball, and boy, has he been dialed in for Norwich. Over 11 in the third innings, he's allowed just the 1 earned run. ERA .81, walk to strikeout ratio, 8 strikeouts to just the 2 walks issued. He has been lights out for this group. Norwich is 2-0, and Matt Wooten starts looking to make it 3-0 here on Military Appreciation Night. Should be a fun night of baseball ahead. The Unicorns trying to bounce back after dropping a big one. 12-3 was the final score in game 1 of the doubleheader. Worcester, they hit well. They had 14 hits. They had 8 runs through the first 3 innings. 2 in the first, and then 3 in each of the second and third innings. Here's a look at the Worcester batting order. Caleb Woodward will lead it off for the Bravehearts. The righty comes home. He offers strike 1. It's on the outside corner. Underway officially, 7:50 p.m. local time at historic Dodd Stadium. Wooten ready to go. He's a quick worker. Swing and a miss there. Strike 2. Caleb Woodward leads off. Chris Mondesir, he's back in there. He's in left field here in game 2. Jack Quick, the designated hitter, batting third with Jackson Marshall at first base. He's the cleanup man. There's strike 3. Matt Wooten says good morning, good afternoon, good night to Caleb Woodward. He catches him looking. There's 1 down. I'll tell you what, if this kid, Matt Wooten, keeps pitching the way he does, I don't think he's going to be at Eastern Connecticut for much longer. He has Division I-like stuff. He is all over the strike zone. First pitch strike thrower over 80%. Here's Chris Mondesir at the plate with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Wooten, he's always ready to go. Norwich debuting their City Connect uniforms, donning them for the first time here in 2025. A nice crowd on hand for Military Appreciation Night, as we say our thank you to all of our military veterans and for serving our country and keeping us safe. There's strike 2. It's into the seats. Mondesir in game 1 of this doubleheader with Norwich was 1 for 3. He drove in a couple runs. Now he lifts a shallow fly ball into right field. It's falling in a hurry. A sliding catch out there. Jack Sweeney welcomes himself to Dodd Stadium here tonight. There's 2 down. Softly hit, looping liner, and the Rutgers product came sliding in to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Now the designated hitter, Jack Quick. Quick in game 1 of this doubleheader had a nice day for himself. He drove in a couple of runs with his run-scoring base hit. He's back in there for game 2. He has the DH duties. Him and Jackson Marshall have switched spots. Marshall's the man on deck. This is launched foul into the seats down the right field side. Quick has hits in 2 straight games out of Miami, Florida. Andrew College product. He'll be a junior when he heads back there. 6'3", 200 pounds is the righty batter. The 1-1 on the outside corner, but it's just below the kneecaps for ball 2. Pitch is swung on and lifted into straightaway center field. It's right at O'Brien. The inning is over. Wooten works a scoreless first. He sends down the Bravehearts in order. Worcester nothing. And the Unicorns coming to the plate on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Unicorn fans, want to watch the Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Cycle Center.
How much time we got? All right, get ready with our lineup. Norwich ready to greet Riley Weatherwax, the starter out of Penn State. The Norwich Unicorns batting order is always presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling. They've got you covered. Kenny Noe leads it off. Batting second is the second baseman, Charlie Walsh. Gabriel Rivera at third. He bats third. Ian Moser in left field. He's the cleanup hitter. Connor Scanlon bats fifth. At first base, Jack Sweeney in right field batting sixth. As we meet the completion of the order here in a moment. There's the first pitch changeup in the bottom of the zone, strike one. Batting seventh is the catcher, Joe Durso. Gavin O'Brien batting eighth in center field. And Jack Oman, the designated hitter, he bats ninth. Worcester again in their road navy blue uniforms with the green numbers and the white names on the back of the jerseys. The fastball inside. And the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Unicorns leadoff man, Kenny Noe. Weatherwax, the starter, right-hander, 6'2", 190 pounds. The catcher set up outside is Wyatt Hoffman. This is launched in the air to right field. This is going to stay in the yard, however, and making the grab on it is Quenzel, 1 down. A look at the Bravehearts defensively here in Game 2. Over at third base, Joe Frazetta. Henry DiGiorio is the shortstop. Ryan LeClaire at second base, with Jackson Marshall at first. In the outfield from left to right, Chris Mondesiers in left field, Caleb Woodward in center, and Alex Quenzel in right. First pitch home is the fastball. It labels the outside corner, strike one. First pitch strike to the Unicorns second baseman, Charlie Walsh. Walsh wearing the high socks. That's standard for him with the white batting gloves. He's in the left-handed batter's box. Weatherwax working ahead, the 0-1 home. The breaking ball is pounded into the ground at Marshall. He underhand flips to the pitcher covering, and that's Weatherwax, 2 down. There's the Unicorns third baseman, Gabriel Rivera. Rivera played in the opener of this doubleheader. In game one of the 2-game set, Rivera was 0 for 2. He struck out once. Another 7-inning contest here between Norwich and Worcester. Ball one misses from Weatherwax. There's the heater. It's on the inside corner. The count is even. Weatherwax, his last time out, went 4 innings. He allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs. He struck out 4. He walked a man against the Bees on June 12th. The 1-1 coming home to Hoffman. He was set up outside. It misses, ball 2. Should be a fun pitching matchup here between Weatherwax and Matt Wooten on a Friday night firework night. Hoffman set up inside. This is lifted over the screen And it's out of play. Rivera hit in the number 2 spot in game 1 of the doubleheader. Now he's in the number 3 hole here today. Count is even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Hoffman ready to set up outside. This is in the air. He popped him up. In foul ground down the right field side. Marshall leans over. Watch out over there. It's a 6'8", 260 pounds down the right field line, and Marshall says hello to the crowd here tonight. The count is even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rivera, a highly touted prospect, the top-rated third baseman in the state of New York out of Brooklyn, New York. He grew up a New York Yankees fan. Count is even. It's 2-2 to the Rutgers commit. Hoffman wants it inside. The delivery from Weatherwax is outside, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera, the batter at the plate, stands in the righty batter's box. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. Trying to work his way on. The 3-2 pitch is way outside. Weatherwax lost him. He tried to deliver the slider, and Rivera works a 2-out walk. Here's the Eastern Connecticut State product, Ian Moser. Moser in game 1. I'll check that. He's not in there in game 1, but yesterday for Norwich, he was 0 for 2. He struck out once. He also worked 3 walks. He's a patient hitter. That's what Gabriel was telling him. He said, be patient up there. Force Weatherwax to throw strikes to you. This is a hungry Norwich team. After a lopsided ball game in the opener, it was 12-3. The Bravehearts took home the victory. Rivera started to go. Then he stops, and there's ball 1. The count is even. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Ian Moser. He's hitting just 148 this summer. 4 for his first 27. 5 runs scored. He's collected 6 RBI as well. The righty set at the belt. The 1-1 on its way home. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He went after the high fastball, and Moser a little tardy to it. Weatherwax trying to work a scoreless first inning here. The 1-2 on its way is the curveball. It's on the outside corner at the top of the zone. Weatherwax freezes Moser, and the inning is over. No score between Norwich and Worcester. The second is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base. Show your Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Will Bethany Shaw please report to the dime bag information booth? Bethany Shaw to the information booth, please. Thank you. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Bravehearts, clean-up batter, first baseman. Southern New Hampshire University, Jackson Marshall.
It's working. It's fine now. Okay, wait. Apologies, a couple technical difficulties. Back with you here, top of the second inning. Here's Jackson Marshall. He's headed to UConn in the fall. He lifts a lazy fly ball out to center field. It's going to fall in. It's a base hit. Jackson Marshall just keeps on hitting here this summer. Leadoff base knock for the former Penman. Here's the catcher, Wyatt Hoffman. Here's Hoffman at the plate. Leadoff man reaching with the single. First hit of the ball game. There's the fastball. It's on the inside corner. Strike one. Big man at first. Look at the size difference over there. Marshall aboard with Scanlon, trying to keep close eyes on him. Scanlon, the first baseman for Norwich. 6 feet, 200 pounds. That's what someone 8 inches taller than you looks like in a close-up shot. Scanlon watching Marshall. The breaking ball is lifted in the air out to right center field. Scrambling over is Sweeney. He makes the grab. There's one out. So Hoffman is retired. Here's the right fielder, Alex Quenzel. A look at Norwich defensively here tonight. Gabriel Rivera's at third. Kenny Noe's the short. Charlie Walsh at second, with Connor Scanlon at first. In the outfield from left to right, Ian Moser in left field. Gavin O'Brien in center with Jack Sweeney in right field. Pitcher-catcher battery is Matt Wooten pitching to Joe Durso. There's the fastball. It's on the outside corner, strike one. First time we're seeing Wooten work from the stretch. The 0-1. This is sawed off. This is going to go trailing into the Bravehearts bullpen. Nice catch out there from one of the Worcester relievers out there. And the count is 0-2. First time we're seeing Quenzel here today. The pitch. That's in there. Strike three. Matt Wooten freezes Quenzel. There's two down. It's his second looking strikeout.
Second baseman, Stoneville College number 5, Ryan LeClaire.
This will bring up the second baseman, Ryan LeClaire. LeClaire so far this summer for Worcester. The Stonehill product hitting .222. 2 for his first 9, just his 4th game of the summer. Yesterday he was 0 for 3. He scored a run. He walked twice. He struck out once. A double to his name as well, an RBI and 3 walks. The fastball's outside. Count is even, 1-1 here to the Eastern product, Matt Wooten. In 2024, he was an ABCA All-Region Team honoree, Division3Baseball.com All-Region Team honoree. Wooten, this past season, in 2025, pitched to a .289 ERA, over 46 2/3 innings of work. There's strike two. It dots the outside corner. All twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Marshall's the runner aboard. He stands at first. From the stretch is Wooten. He comes to the plate. This is lifted foul. Fans, plenty of upcoming promotions coming to Dodd Stadium. We want to see you here tomorrow. A treasure hunt. We're barking in the park. Family Sunday, every Sunday. Ice cream social to follow the game against the Bees on Sunday the 22nd. Plenty of more home games to come to here in the month of June. The 2-2. The breaking ball out ahead of it and fouling it off is the batter, LeClaire. Wooten takes his time as he waits for the sign from Durso. On the 24th on Tuesday, by purchasing a ticket, we'll get to see you next Tuesday. Wooten trying to see us in the second inning, home half at least, and just getting a piece of it is the batter LeClaire. On June the 26th, Thirsty Thursday back at Dodd Stadium with beer specials as always on Narragansett. And Friday night fireworks next Friday night on the 27th. Count is even, all twos across the board. The pitch in the air, a fly ball out to straightaway center field. O'Brien backing up with room, he makes the grab on it. The inning is over, so working around the leadoff single is Wooten. No score, we're headed to the home half when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
For providing the tickets to our winner this evening. More trivia at Square Peg Pizza in Preston, Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Leading off, the bottom half of the second inning, the USC Unicorns. The first baseman, Fairfield University, number 32, Connor Scanlon.
Back with you here. It's the home half of the second inning. Connor Scanlon will lead it off. Scanlon out of Fairfield University. Leading things off for Norwich here in the home half of the second inning. No score between Norwich and Worcester. And well, when things are going well for Norwich, their starting pitcher is leading the way for them. The 1-0. That's taken outside, ball 2. Scanlon so far this summer for Norwich, holding a .384 batting average. Now he hits a bouncing ball to third. It's on the backhand side for Zeta across the diamond in time. 1 down. Nice work there from Worcester third baseman Joe Frazetta to track the bouncing ball to him. Here's the Rutgers product, Jack Sweeney. Sweeney out of Cream Ridge, New Jersey, in his second summer here in Norwich. Hitting .219 for the Unicorns. The first pitch breaking balls high and away, ball 1. Sweeney just 3 for his last 17. There's ball 2. It's outside. He had a nice day for himself in the 7-3 victory over Westfield. 2 for 4 in that ball game. He also cranked a double. Overall, 7 hits on the season. 2 of those for doubles. He has a home run. That came back against the New Britain Bees. Hitters count, 2 balls, no strikes. There's the curveball. It hangs into the inside corner, strike 1. Sweeney, the batter, 6 feet, 185 pounds. Certainly added some power, but he's jammed in, pops it up. in foul ground, third base side. Frazetta's a busy man. He makes the catch. 2 gone. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's the catcher, Joe Durso.
Catcher from Long Island University, number 28, Joe Durso.
Durso out of LIU has the catching duties here tonight for the Unicorns. Grew up on Long Island. Batter at the plate, Durso, 6'1", 205 pounds. Officially the hometown, Seaford, New York, for Durso. He's won for his first 17. He collected his first hit last game against the Westfield Starfires when he last appeared for Norwich. Hitting's always about timing and starting to find a role. Durso trying to do that here. He's taking up and away for ball 2. First 2 have been retired in order. Only base runner so far for the Unicorns is Gabriel Rivera. He worked a 2-out walk. Hoffman set up directly behind home plate. Good target there, but it's outside. 3-1 the count to the Unicorns catcher. There is ball 4, a 5-pitch walk. Second 2-out walk issued today by Weatherwax. Good life on that heater, but Durso reaches. It'll bring up Gavin O'Brien. O'Brien out of UMass Amherst, 6'4", 200 pounds, the righty batter. Trying to keep the second alive. He swings and misses there for strike 1. Yesterday, he broke up the no-hit bid from Connor Nimick. That's outside, the fastball missing. Count is even. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin O'Brien out of Salisbury, Connecticut. Even count. Hoffman set up inside. The infield defense straight around for Worcester. The 1-1. Bouncing ball. It's through into left field. Gavin O'Brien and Joyce helping the Unicorns find their first hit of a ball game. He's got it in 2 straight games. 2 on, now 2 out for Norwich here in the home second. The inning will continue for the designated hitter, Jack Oman. Unicorn fans, every Thursday is Thirsty Thursday with beer specials on Narragansett. Every Thursday night home game is a 6:30 first pitch. The gates open at 5:30, an hour before every home game. The pitch home, aggressive on the delivery is Oman. He fouls it away, strike 1. Upcoming Thirsty Thursdays include July the 10th, July the 17th, and August the 7th. After we have another Thirsty Thursday on the 28th. Or check that, June 26th next week. The off-speed pitch misses for ball 1. Oman out of Mesa, Arizona. Stands in the lefty box. Trying to help Norwich break through first here in game 2. That's inside. It almost ran inside and got him on the foot. As a rookie pitcher at Yale, he pitched to a 1.84 ERA, 8-1 record. The Bulldogs enjoyed seeing this kid on the mound for him as a freshman. The 2-1. Launched back to the screen, strike 2. He worked 73 and 2/3 innings. Opponents hit just 174 against him. He had 87 punch-outs to just 20 walks. Just ridiculous numbers for him. He's certainly on his way. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the hitter, Jack Oman. O'Brien at first, Durso at second. The pitch home inside, a good block by Hoffman. He keeps it in front of him. The count is 3-2. Ullman was named a Division I All-American. He was the freshman pitcher of the year, reported by Perfect Game. ECAC pitcher of the year, plenty of accolades for him at Yale his freshman year. The full count delivery is inside, ball 4. Jack Ullman draws a 2-out walk, and Norwich has the bases loaded. Second walk in the inning. This will turn over the lineup card for Kenny Noe. Noe over his last 7 days is a .444 hitter for Norwich. 4 RBIs in that span thanks to 2 long balls at Bullens Field. A chance to give Norwich the lead. Inside, it almost hit him. Ball 1. This is officially the 3rd game of the summer between Norwich and Worcester. These teams will see each other plenty over the next couple weeks. Hoffman set up outside. The delivery to the Monmouth product is in the air, out to right center field. Tracking it and making the grab on it is the center fielder.
Both ends earlier, we turned on the lights to score for the lights.
And the inning is over. So Norwich leaves them loaded here in the second. We're headed to the third when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Welcome, girls on the run. Welcome, New Haven Army recruiting. Welcome, pinups for Warriors. We will have more announcements later on in our baseball game. Leading off the top half of the third inning for the Bravehearts, the shortstop, Northeastern University, number 4, Henry DiGiorgio.
Top of the third inning. No score between Norwich and Worcester. The Unicorns left them loaded, as it was Caleb Woodward making the catch in center field to end the frame. Matt Wooten ready to go. He's always locked in on the rubber. The first man up in the inning is the shortstop, Henry DiGiorgio. The breaking ball is at the outside corner, strike 1. Good spot there for Matt Wooten. He's working ahead, and now Joe Durso will trot out and have a quick chat on the rubber with his starter here tonight. That's Matt Wooten. The batter to start it out is Henry DiGiorgio. His first game of the day out of Northeastern. He'll be a sophomore when he returns to the Huskies. Franklin, Massachusetts native, 5'11", 185 pounds as the lefty batter. This is his first game against the Unicorns this summer, his 6th game overall. He's 4 for his first 19, 211 hitter. And the Worcester shortstop taking strike 2. Wooten way ahead of him. No balls, 2 strikes. Trying to turn in another quality outing is the right-hander. Has arguably been the ace of the staff. The 0-2. It misses. He went with a change. And DeJorio not fooled on it. He's taking ball one. Bravehearts as a team now hitting .269. This is slapped back to the screen. The Bravehearts as a team raised their batting average after the big win from .259 to .269. They're approaching the .270 marker. The best offensive team in the Futures League to this point is the Worcester Bravehearts, led by manager Luke Beckstein. The 1-2. The changeup is in the air out to center field. O'Brien jogging underneath it. He's got it, and one down. This will bring up the third baseman, Joe Frazetta. Frazetta, the batter, coming to the plate out of the University of New Haven. Howard Beach, New York native. In his second summer with the Bravehearts. Just hitting a meager 192 so far. Just trying to sort things out offensively. Still plenty early in the summer. His 12th game as a Braveheart here in 2025. 10 for his first 52. He's taking for ball two. A couple doubles. He's also slugged a home run as well. In his last three contests, he's 3 for his last 14. The 2-0 on the outside corner, beautifully framed by Durso, and Wooten back into the count. Wooten's a quick worker. Here he comes, the 2-1. Outside, ball three. The slider missed. Wooten, you just see him immediately after he delivers the pitch. Steps off and immediately is right back on with that stare down. The 3-1 delivery. This jammed Frazetta. He pops it up in shallow right field. Sweeney dives. He can't get to it. Frazetta turning around first. He is in safely to second. It's the second hit of the ball game. First extra base hit. Jack Sweeney had to go a long way to try and find that baseball. It was falling in a hurry, and Frazetta reaches. It was soft contact off the end of the bat. He flipped it out there, and Sweeney just unable to get to it. So now one out base runner in scoring position. First in scoring position here tonight. Top of the order we go. It's Caleb Woodward. He was caught looking his first time. High socks with the neon green trim on it as well. He's got the stirrups, in fact. Bare hands. You rarely see batters hit today with no batting gloves. And Woodward showing some old school baseball here tonight. Count is even. It's 1-1. Righty on lefty matchup here with the runner in scoring position. That's Frazetta. Neon green bat too. It's highlighter green for Woodward. He dumps it into left field. Rounding third, Frazetta. The throw in out from the left fielder Moser is cut off. And it's the Bravehearts who strike first. RBI base hit for Caleb Woodward. Back-to-back hits. Here's the left fielder, Chris Mondesir. For Matt Wooten, that is just the second earned run he's allowed all summer. And he'll check in on the base runner. Oh, it was a good tag, too, by Scanlon. Wooten thought he picked off Woodward. See if we get a look at that on our replay monitor. Wow, that was a bang-bang play at first. Such a deceptive pickoff move from the right-hander Wooten, and I thought Scanlon got the tag down in time. Now dropping a bunt down is Mondesir, and bobbling it is Wooten. They got runners at first and second. with one out. A little small ball execution from the Bravehearts. And that's officially 3 consecutive hits. Joe Durso is going to rally the troops. He's going to bring everybody to the pitcher's mound. And out comes the pitching coach, Zach Gitchner. And he wants to try and slow down the roll of the Worcester offense because, boy, is it a storm when it gets going. Unicorn fans, every Tuesday night, we'll get to see you next Tuesday. Fans, by purchasing a ticket to the Tuesday night home game on June the 24th when the Norwich Unicorns play host to the Vermont Lake Monsters. We'll see you next Tuesday. That comes on August the 5th against who? The Vermont Lake Monsters. Every Tuesday home game against our friends from Burlington. Matt Fincher's group, boys, he got them playing here in 2025. They are tied for first place in the Futures League. With these Worcester Bravehearts, they have them at first and second with one out. Aboard at first is Mondesir. Woodward at second base with Jack Quick, the batter at the plate. He fly to center his first time up. One and one to Quick. The pitch, a bouncing ball, chopped to second, charging Inoue. He goes to third. Rivera has it. He forces out the lead runner, Woodward. There's 2 down. Heads up play there. It's your Artisan building and remodeling defensive play of the game. Kenny Inoue with the nice play there. And now running and taking third base is Mondesir on that sequence. Oh, Norwich had their back turned to Mondesir. We had our eyes on the replay monitor. It's still our Artisan building and remodeling play of the ball game, but Mondesir is up to third base, and they have runners at the corners. Here's Jackson Marshall. Now here comes Zach Gitchner. He wants to have a word with the home plate umpire. This is fouled away. Jackson Marshall, as dangerous as they come. Already 5 homers to his name. Norwich trying to put an end to the inning and with minimal damage. What a block there by Durso. And the Seaport, New York native backs Mondesir to third base. Joe Durso, an old school catcher as he phrases it. He takes a lot of pride in what he does defensively. That's a big part of his game. He wants to make sure he's always on the same page as his pitcher on the mound. A bouncing ball back to Wooten. He'll grab it himself. They'll bring it to first, underhand flipping for Scanlon. The inning is over. So Worcester plates their first run of the ball game. It's on the RBI single from Caleb Woodward. Minimized damage, though, for Wooten. We're headed to the home half when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better at Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Fans tomorrow come out. Dot Stadium, more baseball here. It's also a treasure hunt tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. First pitch, 6:30 p.m. local time. The Unicorns are hosting the Nashua Silver Knights. 6:30 first pitch. Ready to go. It's Charlie Walsh leading it off for the Unicorns. Home half of the third inning. 1-0 Bravehearts. And now some communication issues between Wyatt Hoffman and Riley Weatherwax. You see this in the big leagues all the time with the pitch comm. I don't think that's the situation here. I don't think they have a pitch comm hooked up to them. I remember watching a game on television last night with the Yankees and their catcher, Austin Wells. He needed 3 pitch comms in 1 inning to make it through the inning. I don't know if we're going to have that supply of pitch comms if we had the pitch comms to our luxury, but they want to make sure Weatherwax and Hoffman are together on the same page. Walsh is the batter. Now we're underway officially in the bottom of the third. The fastball shoots up and away, ball 1. Walsh, so far this summer for Norwich, hitting .318. That is third best on the team among all qualified hitters. 7 for his first 22. But he's been held hitless his last 2 games. Now he lifts it in the air out to straightaway center field. Woodward jumps, he leaps, and he makes the catch. Charlie Walsh robbed of extra bases. He hit it on the screws, and Woodward jumped up to make the grab. Here's Gabriel Rivera. He walked his first time up. He saw 8 pitches in that walk, and the first pitch curve misses inside. It brushes back Rivera. Rivera, a .217 hitter entering play. He hits a bouncing ball to short, charging into Jorio. He whips it across in time. And now 2 up, 2 down. Fans, stick with us following the conclusion of tonight's game for the Capital Property Group postgame show. Capital Property, condo and real estate management. Go to mycapitalteam.com. Who's it going to be? Tonight's play of the game. Find out following the final out recorded. Hopefully it's a Sea Unicorns win. They certainly would like one here after dropping the opener of the Twin Bell. Norwich now 2-1 in doubleheader games. They had swept Nashua last Thursday. Different story in game 1. It was all Worcester. There's the pitch. It misses inside to Moser. Count is even. It's 1-1. Moser was caught looking his first trip up. The righty kicks and deals. Another breaking ball. Hooks in there. Strike two. Always a fun get-together for Military Appreciation Night. So many ties between baseball's history and our military as that fastball's overthrown. It's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Over 500 major leaguers served in World War II. Some teams lost nearly entire starting lineups to those that enlisted. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch home. This jams Moser. He pops it up. Circling underneath it and making the running catch to end the inning is Quenzel. So Norwich goes down in order here in the third. It's 1-0 Worcester. The fourth is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you...
Be sure to visit Daycona Ice Truck. It's located. Be sure to visit Daycona Ice Truck. It's located on the third base concourse, close to the picnic area. A reminder that beer sales will end at the end of the 5th inning. Hole in the Wall bar is still open. Leading off the top of the 4th inning for Worcester, their catcher, Wyatt Hoffman. 3, 2, 1, cue.
Back with you here, top of the 4th inning. Matt Wooten back out there as leading things off for the Bravehearts is the catcher, Wyatt Hoffman. He flied out to right field his first time up. Wooten delivers strike one to the Worcester catcher here tonight. There's the fastball. It paints the outer edge. Strike two. Hoffman out of Wingate University in Berlin, New Jersey. Battling with 2 strikes. That's on the outside corner. Durso gets the call. He had a reach to get it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night here to the catcher Hoffman. He had some extra words for the home plate umpire. He thought it missed. And I thought when Durso had to reach around to try and grab it, he would have not gotten the call. Wooten has the punch out. It's his 3rd of the ball game. Now, hit by the pitch is Quenzel.
The second baseman, Ryan LeClaire.
This will bring up the second baseman, Ryan LeClaire. Here's a fly ball. Sweeney has it out to right field. And 2 down. Nice recovery there by Matt Wooten. Now look at the umpires here tonight. The home plate umpire in game 2 is John Hosick. Jeff Kleiner is at first. And Carl Rodriguez, the second field umpire. 2 outs with the man aboard. Here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Henry DeGiorio. DeGiorio is over when he flied to center his first time. Wooten checks in on the base runner. Scanlon keeping a close watch on the runner aboard. That's Quenzel. He was hit by the pitch on the outside corner. Strike one. Ahead is Wooten of the Braveheart shortstop, Henry DeGiorio. Last summer, DiGiorio hit .264 in 2024 for Alex Dion's group. Now he's taking strike two. Good spot. Durso had it set up perfectly on the outside corner. He had 2 doubles, 12 runs driven in his first season in the Futures League with the Bravehearts. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. In the top of the fourth, the pitch home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gone fishing on the wipeout slider is DiGiorio. The inning is over. 1-0 Bravehearts. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Unicorn fans, want to watch the Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Well, thank you, Logan. Kids, great job. Brush the Bases brought to you by Dr. Greg Wilcox up in Brooklyn, Connecticut. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Bravehearts from Woods University, number 1, Randy Guzman. Guzman now pitching for Worcester.
New pitcher in the ball game for Worcester is right-hander out of Cranston, Rhode Island, and Winthrop University, Randy Guzman. Guzman making his 3rd appearance of the summer. 1-0 record for him, ERA at 7.5. He has worked 6 innings for the Bravehearts. He struck out 4. He's also walked 4. His last time out, he picked up the win. It was a good outing for himself. Well, questionably, I guess. 3 hits. He allowed 2 earned runs over 3 innings, but you have to like when you pick up a win for your team, and Guzman did that. He's allowed 5 earned runs overall in 6 innings of work. He will try and hold off the Norwich offense. It'll be Connor Scanlon to lead it off for the Unicorns. Hey fans, Friday night fireworks are our Friday night home games. We got some here tonight for the first time in 2025. American Fireworks presented by Liberty Bank. More Friday night fireworks coming to you June 27th, July 18th, July 25th, and August the 1st. Scanlon will lead it off, trying to have some fireworks of his own here. Norwich has been held to just 1 hit tonight from Riley Weatherwax. The final numbers tonight for Weatherwax, as there's a conversation between Wyatt Hoffman and Randy Guzman. Weatherwax goes 3 innings. He walked 3. He struck out 1, and he allowed just the 1 hit. Now it's Randy Guzman's turn as he meets here with Connor Scanlon. Scanlon 4 for 11 overall this summer. He's driven in a couple runs. Five, 6, and 7 for Kyle Dombrowski's group here in the 4th inning. The delivery home is on the outside corner, strike 1. Just a 7-inning ball game, so this is where things can really ramp up on you. You feel the pace of this game really start to breeze by you. Oftentimes, yes, you're in the 4th inning, still the early innings, but now we're into the midway stages of this ball game. Here's Scanlon. He punches it out to right field, but it is playable out there, and making the grab on it's Quenzel. Liner right to him, one down. This will bring up the outfielder, Jack Sweeney. Sweeney trying to jumpstart this Norwich offense here. Righty on righty matched up with one down. Aggressive on the first pitch. A bouncing ball. DiGiorio backs up on it. He fires across the diamond. One pitch is all that's needed. It retires Sweeney. Two gone. Fans, the Burns Agency in Norwich and Dayville, working smart and hard for residents and businesses since 1932. Let us do the same for you too. Go to theburnsagency.com because you'll buy better at Burns. Here's the catcher, Joe Durso. Durso so far tonight is not had an official at-bat. He drew a walk his last time up. That was back in the second inning against Weatherwax. Norwich has some slight movement in their bullpen. But with the way that Wooten has handled the baseball this summer, you almost have to drag him off the mound. He has been that good for this team. I would expect to see him at least start this fifth inning. The delivery, a swing and a miss there. Good spot on the outside corner for Guzman. Guzman's way ahead of the Norwich backstop. Now no balls, 2 strikes. The Winthrop product trying to send it to the fifth. The delivery home. Upstairs, ball 1. Guzman, the Cranston, Rhode Island native, as a freshman, worked 17 in the third innings. He pitched to a 4.15 ERA. Opponents hit .288 against him. He struck out 13. He walked 12. Right now the count, a ball and 2 strikes on Durso. He's set up inside Hoffman. Ground ball to DiGiorio. He charges in. He fires across. A strike to Marshall, and the inning is over. Norwich set down in order in the fourth. The fifth inning is next. 1-0 Worcester on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Scenicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Scenicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Scenicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by.
Thank you for your service.
A nice salute to all of our military, our veterans in attendance in between innings. Mike Minarski down there working the third base camera, picking up all that live footage for everybody. Nice crowd here on this Friday night. Wooten ready to go. We're into the fifth inning now. 1-0 Bravehearts. And now Durso all crossed up. He's going to jog his way out to the rubber and have a quick chat there with Matt Wooten. Never want to see your catcher get a little caught in between there. That could be scary. Good thing it was just the wipeout slider. If that was a fastball coming at you, maybe a little confusion in the signs. Nonetheless, it's 1 ball, no strikes to the third baseman, Joe Frazetta. Awesome. How's it going? Of course, good. And you, of course, he's the one that's moving to the school. All right. We got a couple of seats for you guys if you want to hang out here.
The center fielder, Caleb Woodward.
Now we got to tell Lee. Thanks, Lee. I got to handle this. If you want, we can do it next half inning. If you just want to hang out, watch the game, and then we can chat a little bit.
What do you want to?
Yeah. Casey brought you in. That's awesome.
What were you carrying?
We was kind of talking about just kind of coming out, experiencing Dodge Stadium, some baseball, and just kind of thanking you guys for what you do to make all this possible. I'm going to talk to these guys that are listening to our broadcast, but yeah, I'm glad that he brought you in. Count 1 ball, no strikes. A man aboard here for the Bravehearts. They lead 1-0 here in the top of the fifth inning. Matt Wooten has been sensational for Norwich all summer. He's trying to have another quality start. There's the breaking ball. It misses outside. And the count now 2 balls, no strikes to the Bravehearts. Batter at the plate, that is the leadoff man, Caleb Woodward. Leadoff man reaching for Worcester. First time they've had a leadoff man reach against Matt Wooten. Bravehearts 1 run, 4 hits. Unicorns have been held to just 1 hit tonight by Worcester pitching. Offense has been tough to come by for the Unicorns. The righty deals home out in front of it. This is launched onto the concourse left field side, and now the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Bravehearts leadoff man, their center fielder, Caleb Woodward. He's 1 for 2. He has the only RBI of the ball game. It was a base hit through into left field back in the third. The 2-2 up and away, ball 3. Count is run full. It's a full count on the leadoff hitter, Caleb Woodward. Aboard at first is Frazetta. Now this is onto the concourse again, and another race to another souvenir. Wooten forced to battle here. Slight action now starting in the Norwich bullpen down the right field line. On 3-2, outside, ball 4. Wooten lost the leadoff man. And now the Bravehearts in business, 2 on with nobody out here in the top of the 5th. This will bring up the left fielder, Chris Mondesir. This is the scary part of the Worcester batting order. They can make plenty of noise. It started by this man right here, Chris Mondesir. He had a bunt base hit his last time up. Mondesir in Worcester for his second season out there. The delivery home. He's showing bunt again. This is going to slide foul up the third base side. Mondesir runs well, and every time he tries to lay down a bunt, he's always a threat to reach base. Wooten still looking to record his first out here in the 5th inning. Norwich offensively just 1 hit here tonight. We'll see if they'll stick with Guzman in the bottom of the 5th, or if the Bravehearts and Luke Beckstein will make a pitching change. Alex Dion also here. He's their director of player personnel. He really steers the ship for the Bravehearts. He's been elevated this season. He was the field manager in 2024. Open stance for the left fielder, Mondesir. He was in center in game one of the doubleheader. The 0-1 from Wooten. There's the curveball. It hits the inside corner, and now Wooten way ahead of him. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second for Worcester. Aboard at first is Frazetta, and check that. At second is Frazetta. At first is Woodward. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out. A wipeout slider there from Matt Wooten, and there's one down in the inning. Wooten has his 4th punch out, and here comes the designated hitter, Jack Quick. Quick out of Andrews College is taking the inside pitch, strike 1. Wooten's been a quick worker. He's working from the stretch. His numbers really pop off the page when he works the heading counts. Opponent's hitting just 0-54 when he has a first pitch strike against him. There's ball 1. It misses. Impressive numbers for Quick this past season for the Miami, Florida native. He crushed 19 homers at Andrews College. 415 the average for him with 74 runs scored, 91 RBIs. A dangerous hitter in the middle of the Bravehearts lineup. There's the fastball outside corner, strike 2. This is a big out to get because it doesn't get any easier. Jackson Marshall waits on deck. He leads the Futures League in RBI. That's the man that waits next. Right now, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Wooten. Now 2 gone in the inning. Here comes Jackson Marshall. Well, these are the spots that Wooten really lives for. And now the former Southern New Hampshire product who's headed to UConn will bat with 2 outs now and a couple men on. This is a big out to get for Norwich, trying to get their bats going in the home half of the 5th when we get there. Wooten ready, the right-hander offers, just missed, ball 1. Marshall, look at his numbers at Southern New Hampshire. .337 average, he clobbered 15 homers. Good for 56 RBIs, slug .647. In his 2nd season with the Bravehearts, the slider's outside for ball 2. If the inning were to continue, it would be the catcher Wyatt Hoffman. Marshall so far is 1 for 2. He singled to center field his first time today. Marshall has 4 hits overall, and now he's turned away. That almost hit him inside. It's ball 3. You never want to give a 3-0 get-me-over pitch with Marshall. He can make you pay. We'll see what Wooten does on 3-0. He walks them on 4 pitches, and now the bases are loaded. He wasn't really going to pitch to him, and now here comes the pitching coach, Zach Kitchener. Well, it's take your pick. Do you want Jackson Marshall, or would you rather have Wyatt Hoffman? And Wooten decided to make a business decision there. He wants to go after Wyatt Hoffman. He's gotten him twice today. Hoffman 0 for 2 against Wooten so far. He struck him out. He's also flied out. He'd rather allow the 2-out walk to Marshall, even though it loads the bases. If you had your pick at which out you'd rather get with the open base, Wooten decides he'd rather have Wyatt Hoffman here. See if the decision pays off. Still a 1-0 Worcester lead, but now they've loaded them up. Big spot. First real test of the night here for Wooten. The first pitch home's outside, ball 1. 5 straight out of the zone. Hoffman out of Wingate University. Attended Eastern Regional High School, Berlin, New Jersey native. 6'1", 195 pounds is the righty batter. Kicks and deals home. This is off the end of the bat into right field. That's going to fall in. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes a second. Now the green light ahead for Marshall. And this is going to roll all the way out to the wall. This is going to be an inside the park home run. Wyatt Hoffman makes Wooten pay the ultimate price. 5-0 Worcester. It was just a mess down the right field line. We'll take a look back on the replay system here. But Wyatt Hoffman just flipped it out into right field. He caught it off the end of the bat. He kept it fair. Sweeney had some trouble with it, and now the athletic trainer is going to come out. Oh, just a scary situation. It's a 5-0 Worcester lead. Inside the park, grand slam of sorts for the Bravehearts, and they have busted this game open. Now the attention is on the Unicorns outfielder who got a little shaken up. I didn't really pick up what happened out there, but let's take another look at this. Here's the SureBrite commercial cleaning services cleanup moment of the game. That belongs to Wyatt Hoffman, and Jack Sweeney just blew a tire out there, and he certainly appeared to be hurt. Instead, it was the center fielder, Gavin O'Brien, that had to fetch the baseball from the corner, and all of the chaos around the bases. Jack Sweeney just lost his footing out there, and he is going to come out of this baseball game. So tonight's SureBrite commercial cleaning services cleanup moment of the game goes to Wyatt Hoffman. He clears the bases with his grand slam. We'll see if they officially credit it as such. SureBrite commercial cleaning services, providing janitorial services in the state of Connecticut for the last 30 years. SureBrite, done right every night. Worcester has taken a 5-0 lead, and that's the real damage that has come in this game. It wasn't well hit by any means. It was well placed. So Anthony Tirado will come into this baseball game. He will play in center field. I think O'Brien will swing over to right. So O'Brien moves to center to right. And Anthony Tirado will take over center field. Just a scary situation out there for Jack Sweeney, and we hope that he is going to be okay and able to stay on the active roster. Norwich already has a man on the injured list. That's Bryson Plan, who the prognosis looks to be okay for him. A scary sign for any pitcher when you feel the forearm tighten up on you the way Plant did his last time out against the Starfires. He hopes to make a return here soon. Hopefully for Jack Sweeney, it's nothing serious. Meanwhile, it's no balls, 1 strike to the right fielder, Alex Quenzel. There's strike. Ooh, it looked good, but it's ruled a ball. Count is even. The bases are empty with 2 outs here in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Woon has a couple strikeouts in the inning, but the damage has been done on the Wyatt Hoffman round trip. 1-2 for Wooten, trying to finish the 5th. The righty ready. He comes to the plate. Here's a fly ball in the air. This is going foul. Another 2-strike pitch coming up for Quenzel. So they did officially give Wyatt Hoffman the home run there. It's a grand slam. There's ball 2. Oh, it looked good from up here. He was trying to paint the outer black. Count is even. The 2-2 from Wooten on its way. He popped him up into foul territory. Rivera chasing after it. He leaps. I don't know if he caught it. He did. There's your Artisan Building and Remodeling defensive play of the game. Gabriel Rivera leans over into the seats, and the inning is over. Wyatt Hoffman clears the bases with the grand slam. 5-0 Worcester. The bottom of the fifth is next when we return.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
So I'm the second lieutenant for the first company governors.
Center fielder, Gavin O'Brien.
First company governors foot guard. Yep. And then he's my sergeant. For the same thing, first company.
Back with you here, bottom of the fifth inning. We have a couple special guests on Military Appreciation Night. We're joined by Edwin Morales, the second lieutenant, first company governor's foot guard, as well as Greg Bargon, the sergeant for the first company governor's foot guard. I think we got all of that right. That stays in there. That's what picks up. Oh, no, it's on. It's live. Well, Edwin, we'll start with you. First things first. Thank you so much for everything you guys do to serve our nation proudly. We're so happy to have you guys here at Dodd Stadium. What a treat it is. A nice crowd, too.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your experience being here tonight.
So it's awesome. This is about our fourth year. I think it's our third year of providing the color detail. But it's an awesome place. I love it. I love the atmosphere, especially, getting a chance to come down here, watch some good old baseball. You don't get to see too much of this live, and especially around the area, only a few places. But it's awesome to see these kids do what they do.
Well, the Unicorns have a base runner, just their second hit of the ball game, and this time it's Jack Oman who gets the job done, and Norwich has themselves a one-out base runner here in the bottom of the fifth inning. This will turn over the lineup card for the leadoff man, Kenny Noe. Well, first things first, let's get the paper sorted out, but great to have you guys here. How about the pregame festivities? That was just beautiful to watch from up here, seeing the flag displayed over the field at Dodd Stadium. What was it like for you to be a part of that tradition here at Dodd Stadium?
It's always an honor and pleasure to come out, always representing the colors, especially tonight being Military Appreciation Night, seeing the veterans and out there. I know a lot of them came up to us, talked to us, feeling the whole vibe of everything that's going on, and they came up, talked to us, their stories of what they went through, of what they're going through, and but it was an awesome sight.
Norwich trying to feel the vibe right now. Back-to-back runners have reached. A chance now for Charlie Walsh. How great would it be to see this man connect right here and try and jumpstart this offense for you guys serving our country, I guess what does it mean for you guys to be able to come back to the ballpark, wear the uniforms, and be honored the way that you guys were?
Well, to me, I used to play baseball back in the day, and this is what you definitely call American pastime. Coming in, you have the military stuff, honoring the flag and everything, and you have the baseball game. This is truly what America is and should always be. Never forgetting the pastime, never forgetting our veterans, never forgetting what our vets and everybody that paid the ultimate sacrifice did in order for us to sit down and enjoy these talented players and watch them play this American pastime.
Norwich advances a couple runners on the fielder's choice ground out, so 2 outs in the inning. Runners are at second and third for the Unicorns. Here's the highly touted third baseman, Gabriel Rivera. This kid has been a lot of fun to watch. And you speak about America's pastime. I mean, you go back to World War II, such a long time ago now, but guys like Ted Williams, and you see some legendary baseball players, Hank Greenberg, guys that are in the Hall of Fame. They left Major League Baseball to serve for the country. I think it speaks volumes to being America's pastime, really.
Oh, yeah, no, most definitely. Everything's going through now and stuff like that. I mean, this is the one time that you could come, you could celebrate America and then celebrate watching a good old-fashioned baseball game. It's a relaxing, it's a soothing thing, and like I said, watching these talented players, it's always good to see that this is still going on. And it's a great park. There's no seats. You can't see anything in a bad way. I mean, every seat is always a good view, and I definitely encourage anybody, come down, watch a ball game. It's the most relaxing thing, and get that enjoyment back into what it used to be.
That is certainly true. A historic ballpark at Dodd Stadium. Plenty of legends have played here. Roger Clemens, to start with him, Alfonso Soriano, and the New York Yankees and the Norwich Navigators called this place home, and then Madison Bumgarner, Sergio Romo. I mean, some elite names have towed the field here at Dodd Stadium. Maybe for you, favorite baseball memory? I don't know if it's going on July 4th, seeing a great fireworks show. Do you have one maybe growing up as a kid coming to the ballpark?
So I know that from years in the past that I've played, the one time that I remember, I was 15 years old. I'm 47 now. But I was 15 years old, and my high school baseball coach was also a teacher at another high school. Came up to the team and asked us about going to, there was a field trip. They needed more people to go. And we were all like, where we're going. Came up, we're going to Fenway Park. And I was like, oh, I'm in. And
bouncing ball to DiGiorio. He makes the play on it. We'll keep you guys here. We'll speak next with Greg Bargon as well. Edmund Morales, thanks so much for taking some time. We'll have you stay here, watch some more baseball when we head to the 6th next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. Bomb blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
If you go just be careful what you say. Oh, what do you mean? Don't bash our Connecticut military?
Do you know the number, Nick, of this pitcher? I think it's 35 of this one.
Avery, that's number 35.
Yeah, 35. 35. New pitcher in the ball game for Norwich is a right-hander out of Pomona Pitzer, Eli Delabita out of Pomona Pitzer. Norwich trailing by 5, but we're joined now in the broadcast booth by Sergeant of the 1st Company Governor Footguard Greg Bargon. I wanted to make sure we got it on in there, Greg.
You got it. You got it.
Thanks so much for coming in here. Of course, serving our country, but also being a part of this celebration here tonight.
Yeah, no, it's always an awesome event. I love doing it. Love coming out here and watching baseball. I also play baseball, not to second lieutenant's level, but you know, it's always great to come back and do this night for you guys.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. So you said you did play baseball. What position were you out there on the field?
So I was a pitcher and I played right field.
Which one did you prefer?
Oh, that's tough. I would have to say right field. I loved pitching, but being able to like run and chase after the balls and throw people out at bases on the rare occasions, like definitely preferred it.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like throwing a strike from right field on the infield. I know it was a scary sight for our right fielder earlier this ball game, but I was a pitcher myself. I played some outfield as well, so I thought you were going to go with pitcher there for a second.
Well, it was, I mean, doing all the arm exercises for playing the outfield definitely helped with pitching, but I preferred the outfield.
Well, we're excited to have you guys here at Dodd Stadium. I guess for you, favorite baseball team growing up, maybe favorite baseball tradition that you had?
Red Sox. Tradition, I didn't have any, but the moment that you asked my second lieutenant about, I went to Game 1 of the World Series in 04, and that was probably, was it 04? It was 04, right? Yeah, okay. It's been a while. That was probably one of the coolest moments of my life. Just seeing the Red Sox, like watching Wakefield pitch, it was incredible.
Fenway Park, nothing beats the gorgeous backdrop that ballpark has.
Nothing.
Getting to go there and be a Red Sox fan. Where were you sitting there? Did you have Green Monster seats? Where were you at?
I wish. Left field, like behind a pillar, one of the pillars. So like every time Wakefield pitched, half of the ball would disappear, and you would just see the drop. You would miss the middle part of it, but I mean the seats were amazing, and the atmosphere was just electric, like it always is at Fenway. So, I mean, it was an amazing moment.
Yeah, that ballpark. So many stories there. Did you sign the foul pole? I know that's a big thing. Signing the pesky pole just to say that you were there.
I will next time. You know, I didn't. Next time I'm there, I will. I didn't know that was a thing. I definitely would have done it. I did get at the time they had Louisville Slugger making custom bats, and so I had a custom bat made for that game.
2 outs in the inning. Another great defensive play in front of the sidewall. No fear over there for Gabriel Rivera making plays. He just turned 18 years of age. Delabita's 2 outs here. Ball one misses to Joe Frazetta. I'm sure Yankees-Red Sox game, always fun for you to go and watch those games. I think, obviously, we're here at Dodd Stadium, New Britain Bees ballpark. That was the Red Sox old minor league ballpark, so the Navigators and New Britain when they would get together. So it's fun to see some traditions like that continue at the minor league level as well out here.
100%. Rivalries are important. You know, it gets everyone flowing and ready to go, so I'm always down for a good rivalry game.
I know that you guys both played baseball. Do you guys play some pickup baseball with your with the military, I guess when you guys have some downtime, just pick up a ball, get out on a field wherever, or maybe some wiffle ball?
I mean, wiffle ball is probably more realistic where my fitness level's at currently, but I know I'm 47 now. When I was 35, 36, I actually played in a 35 and over league in my town. And to kind of realize how far 90 feet was, and I was my primary position was catcher and throwing down, thinking how far it is down to second base. Yeah, it's a long stretch, but I would always do it again. I mean, I love the sport, and then even just getting involved, not playing, but getting involved into a team or anything like that, I would love to continue doing that.
All right, we're headed to the bottom of the sixth, 5-0 Worcester. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Feel free to stay here for the rest of the game if you want. I got nowhere else to be, but right here, we'll stick with you. Futures League Baseball Network, Norwich coming to the plate when we come back.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25. 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100.
First pitch, strike. It's a 5-0 ball game here at Dodd Stadium. The batter for Norwich is Ian Moser. Randy Guzman staying in there. Norwich trying to get on the board here and give the Dodd Stadium faithful something to cheer about on this military appreciation night. Bark in the Park coming at you tomorrow. $10 tickets for all dog owners. We're doing it again. Barking in the Park, military appreciation night here today. $5 for dog admission, with donations being made to the Wings of Freedom Animal Rescue, presented by Norwich Town Pet Resort and Spa and Creature Comforts Animal Inn. So much fun having the dogs here at the ballpark. Maybe we'll have you guys come out with some German Shepherd canines. I don't know if that's allowed.
That's actually kind of funny because I got 2 German Shepherds at home. But one of them will never get over here. He's scared. Any little noise, he's scared. The other one, forget it. I think she may come down. She'll enjoy it and see everybody and start running, but I got to see how that goes.
Maybe an honorary bat dog, something to get this group going here. Maybe the honorary mascot as Moser swings through at strike 3. Guzman punches out Ian Moser, 1 gone here in the home 6. This will bring up Connor Scanlon. I mean, I always love Bark in the Park. It was unfortunate. It's so rainy. I can't believe it when I heard 16 straight Saturdays with rain. I'm from Southern California, but to hear something like that, I don't think that can be really normal for this area, even though it's the Northeast.
Exactly. It's unfortunately, is one of those things in New England. You never know what could happen. Everything can happen at once.
Well, hopefully this offense can all happen right here at one time for us. I know that we're speaking about baseball memories, baseball moments. Did you have one on the baseball field playing in a game?
So back in the day in Connecticut, I actually played for a Connie Mack team. And I remember we were up in Torrington where, I don't know if they're still around, but they used to be the Torrington Twisters. Used to play up there. So we're at their field. And the way the field is in the middle, there's no fence. There's a fence on left and right. so it was over like 300 and something, 300 and something feet. But down the middle was like wide open. I remember I was 17. Fastball, I brought the count up to full. Fastball came down. I just swung and hit it as hard as I can. And all I know is I kept running. I rounded first, kept going to second. All right, I'm seeing it there. So I'm not even looking where this ball is went. I'm rounding second, and I catch up to third base coach. He's still waving me around, and I'm like, what in the world is going on here? So I didn't say nothing. I kept going, and I'm hustling because I'm literally thinking there's going to be a play at home. I get home, no play. I kind of turn, everybody slapping hands, and they told me that they'd never seen a shot hit so hard that they said that it looked like it went like seriously almost 600 feet because the ball just kept going. So that was a good highlight. Then the fifth inning came, and the fifth inning never finished, and then the rain came down, and they canceled the game, and it didn't count.
Oh.
So that was a memory with a nightmare.
Toronto lifts it into the air. This is going to fall in. Norwich has a 2-out base knock. Hits now in 3 straight games for Anthony Toronto. And the Unicorns have themselves a 2-out base runner. Well, I guess it didn't officially count for you, but they'll never be able to take away the memory of a moonshot.
No. But it just goes to tell you, welcome to New England. When the rain comes, it will show up.
I never hit a moonshot. I don't even know what that's like.
You know, one of the things is I always kept saying was, I kind of wish I would have turned and looked to see where the ball went so I can see where the moonshot is. Because obviously back in my age,
no film,
there wasn't
right?
like cell phones and everything's up. Everything was still the VHS videotape camcorders. And
Durso lifts it into the air. Moving in is Woodward. The center fielder has it. And the inning is over. So 6 scoreless innings for Worcester pitching here tonight. The 7th inning is next when we return. 5-0 for the visitors on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Unicorn fans, want to watch the Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today.
Thank you.
Back with you here, top of the 7th inning. Norwich has made a pitching change. They're bringing on the right-hander out of Roger Williams, Charles Ennis. Ennis, in fact, did not play college baseball his first 2 years while he was on the campus of UConn at Storrs. And then he found now his teammate in Norwich in Gio Conte and told him, hey, get back out there and start playing some baseball. And that he has been doing. They're now roommates here this summer. I mean, baseball stories like that is what brings baseball together. So fascinating to hear something like that when he told me in the locker room and told me that, yes, he played high school baseball, then stopped playing competitively. And watching what this kid does on the mound, it's a joy to watch what he does, but I think something like that's pretty special to hear.
Well, you know, it's it definitely sounds like he had a lot of raw talent in him. That to take time off and then to come back and play. You really need to have some skills and talent in order to do something like that, because it's definitely not easy to get back on a horse. And I mean, shoot, I would know. Stopped at 20-something and started up at 35. Yeah.
Ennis is the new pitcher. ERA for him so far 8.10. Fifth game of the summer. He's worked 6 2/3. The strikeout to walk ratio has been quite impressive. He has electric stuff when he has it going. He's struck out 6. He's walked just a batter. And the pitch home, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ennis dials up the fastball, and he strikes out the first man he faces, Woodward, to start the 7th. This will bring up the left fielder, Chris Mondesir. Ennis is a fun player to be able to watch out of Wallingford, Connecticut. He just wrapped up his first season at Roger Williams, 3.85 the ERA for him. The righty kicks and deals home on the outside corner. Wow, I don't know how you do that. If you stop playing for 2 years, it looks like he's never left in. When I see him around the clubhouse, he's always watching film of his game. He's always trying to throw a bullpen. It's a workhorse that keeps going. That's now 5 straight in the zone.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's how you stay in it. That's how you get back into it. Like, he took 2 years off, and sounds like he's putting that work back in immediately.
We'll see if Roger Williams will be lucky enough to keep him for all 4 years of his eligibility. He's way ahead on Mondesir on 0-2. This is roped foul. Watch yourselves in the bleachers. That'll bounce around down there. How about these uniforms tonight? I don't think we've gotten to touch on these, but this was Lee's idea, the City Connects. I mean, these came out really special, and this is the first time they're wearing it all season.
I spoke with Lee, and I actually was telling him, honestly, I think these uniforms look awesome. I think they look amazing. They show, this is part of Norwich. This is what Norwich is about. And I told him, I honestly think those should be the permanent home field uniforms, keeping that tradition. With Norwich, they're alive and stuff, and I think they're awesome. I mean, if no one leaves one behind, hopefully I don't go down there and snatch
Find one, right?
But no, they're really good, and I think it really shows the connection with the community in Norwich, and that's very important.
Well, it's certainly representative of the Rose City, the Three Rivers. It's so beautifully crafted, how symbolic it is, and we really want to be able to keep baseball here at Dodd Stadium with everything going around. The pitch home bounces, and the count is run full. Mondesir is ready to toss the bat aside. He would have been welcome back to the righty box. It's just a 3-2 count.
Yeah, definitely these uniforms really, I think this is really good for the team, really good for the town. Definitely we need to keep Norwich baseball alive and going.
Oh, that looked at the outside corner. Mondesir takes ball 4. It's a 1-out walk, and this will bring up the designated hitter, Jack Quick. Quick today is just 1 for 8 overall. He's 0 for 3 here in Game 2. He struck out his last time up. He's grounded out to the pitcher. He's also flied to center. The difference in this ball game is the grand slam inside the park style for Wyatt Hoffman. The runner is going. The throw is a little wide, and in there safely on the stolen base is the base runner, Mondesir. Worcester had 5 steals in Game 1. They run well. They do the little things right. It's a reason why they're first place right now in the Futures League, trying to collect win number 14, but this game's still not over yet. Walk-off wins, those are such a fun part of baseball. This is ripped through into left field. Jack Quick collects one now. Mondesir gets the green light. Quick didn't waste much time. He got a pitch he liked, and now it's the dangerous Jackson Marshall coming to the plate They have them at the corner as well. If Norwich can hold them here, we talk about walk-off wins. Maybe one that you've been a part of and maybe one you've been at a ballpark for watching a walk-off win or seeing one on TV. Is there one that maybe comes to mind?
Well, there's one that come to mind, and I could probably almost say it happened 3 times. You'll probably witness it, and a lot of people probably witness it, but I would definitely say the Boston Red Sox, when they were playing against the Yankees, they were down 3-0, and they came up, and David Ortiz come up and gets the game winning, and they came back, tied it, came back, win it. That series.
Runner is going. Quick is in there safely. And now they got him at second and third. I mean, what a comeback that was. And the rivalry between the Yankees and the Red Sox, especially in the Northeast. It's such a fun rivalry to be a part of with the history, especially in the playoffs. That's what makes it so special.
Yeah. I'm always I'm a baseball fan at first. I'm always a baseball fan. I'll have my team, and I like watching the Red Sox and stuff like that locally. But I'm a baseball. I got a lot of respect for the Yankees and how they conducted themselves and stuff like that. But just to watch that series, you can never ever see a series like that of one team dominating 3-0, another team going into it. It shows that truly how baseball, anything can happen. Anything can happen. You can never count yourself out. And that series, the Red Sox showed that,
Ennis beats Marshall, and now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. If he could put away this kid right here, Jackson Marshall, 6'8", 260 pounds. He's headed to UConn. The delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ennis strikes out Marshall. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and he gets the big man right there.
Nice.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Well, big jolt of confidence, and maybe that's all he needed. Runners at second and third, and a real shot for Chuck to get out of this thing with no damage. Here's the first check that the catcher, Wyatt Hoffman, his grand slam. Now the runner's coming home. The plate sliding in safely. Mondesir has just stolen home. Chris Mondesir makes it 6-0. We'll have this brought back up on the replay. There's your DB Lunt feeling electric play of the game. It's Chris Mondesir. Wow, that looked like, oh my God, I've never seen a steal a home. This time it was Jackson Marshall on base earlier, but then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Mondesir is breaking for the plate. That's old school baseball right there.
Well,
it's 6-0.
That's one of those important things of a catcher. You always got to be mindful of who you got on base.
Wow. Chris Mondesir makes it 6-0 in what has been a dominant night here at the ballpark for the Bravehearts, trying to pick up a doubleheader sweep, the 1-1. This is off the end of the bat. It goes foul, out of play. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the batter, Wyatt Hoffman. Chris Mondesir's swipe of home plate. He has 3 steals now on the day. The curveball is popped up. Durso loses the mask. He goes back for it. He can't hang on to it. He's frustrated. It's been a tough day for Norwich overall. He wanted to make the play and end the inning. Count still 1 ball and 2 strikes. I know that you grew up playing baseball, but also the way you talked about some of the rivalries and how it made it such a team dynamic, I feel like certainly those qualities translate over to serving in the military and things like that, where it's almost natural for athletes to, when they serve the country, to bring those instincts with them.
Yeah, I mean, everything, everything is always a team, unit. It comprised into a baseball team, a football team, any sports. You're doing it together. You got to play together, and it definitely in life it brings it all together with the military, brings it in together with how sports is. Yeah, definitely is always a team effort.
We'll keep it here on our end. We are also with the Wax here tonight. The 7th inning stretch, as always, it's presented by GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness as the Bravehearts try and put the final touches on as we keep it live on our end, at least for this commercial break. Being in the military and serving the country, maybe a message that you want to put out for maybe some of our younger audiences watching this game, and maybe the life lessons that you get being in the military and things of that nature that you otherwise would not have.
Definitely, I would say always look into it. Look into the different branches. There's always different jobs out there. There's a lot of life lessons you'll learn in the military. There's a lot of respect you'll also learn in the military. Realizing the people in the past, what they've done, what they sacrificed in order for us to have what we have. It's always a thing, too. If people want to feel that I want to serve my country in a certain way, serve my community, serve my state, it's definitely, you'll learn a lot, and it brings a lot of life lessons into hand. And there's a lot of respect to everybody that does it, that's continually still doing it, and the ones that did it in the past.
Yeah, it's certainly special. As we rejoin you, we say hello to everyone watching tonight's broadcast on the Wax, locally televised. So great to have them carry our broadcast here. 5-0 the score. And Greg, I want to pass it over to you. Maybe a lesson or something that maybe that teaches you, and just to have that perspective.
I would say, like, anybody who's, might be thinking about doing it, it's well worth it. And if you're coming from, if you're an athlete and you're coming from a sports community and you're used to that brotherhood or sisterhood, you'll have it. You'll get it there. And like the second lieutenant said, hundreds of different things you can do, and skills that you can gain, that you could take with you well after you leave. But just the community and the brotherhood and the sisterhood is probably the best part about it. You get to meet people from all over, many walks of life, and you just quickly become family, and that's probably the best part.
Yeah, it's special, a built-in family that you otherwise wouldn't have. And I remember when I left home to play hockey, and some of those things, to experience something like that, whether I was in Iowa or Nashville or Dallas or Florida, wherever it might have been, it's such a special bond to be able to have. It's nothing like, obviously, what you guys have serving in the military, serving in the country, but I think it's also a lot of fun to meet so many different people, to be working together that have so many different experiences in life.
Well, I mean, it is pretty similar. Like when you're out there on the ice rink, you're going to give 110% for your teammates, and that's exactly how we are. We'll give 110% for everyone around us. So.
Cena Corn-Savo, leadoff man on, as this is cracked foul off the bat of Jack Oman. This is going to be a special talent, and I wouldn't be shocked if the MLB is calling his name. He throws 97 miles an hour. Right now, we get to watch him bat. He wants to play as a two-way player. 97 miles an hour, serious stuff. ERA under 2 as a freshman at Yale. Pretty set academically, and now what he's doing on the baseball diamond. I mean, you have to bubble wrap this guy. He's one of the best that Yale has in their system. What he did for them this summer. This might be one of the next that is playing at Dodd Stadium right now that will hopefully soon be added to the MLB draft list once he becomes eligible.
Oh yeah. That would be dope. One thing I wanted to add regarding of the military thing is the one thing I could definitely also say too, that's your forever family. That is that second family, just like your primary family, but that is that second family that you will know you'll always have forever.
There's no doubt about that. The pitch to Oman is called strike 3. Omen punched out. He can't believe the call. Borderline pitch. It goes against Jack Omen. Here comes Kenny Noe. One out and one on. Maybe for this group, things maybe not going the way of Norwich, but I think you have to remember it's still a long season, and finding a way to continue to stay positive for this group is certainly a lesson that comes with doing what you guys do and just trying to battle through maybe a day that hasn't gone the way that they wanted it to be planned here at home. Firework night, the City Connect uniforms, I'm sure they wanted to see a little different outcome for themselves.
Yeah, well, you got to take the losses, it's the only way to really build. So,
pitch home to Kenny Noe, misses. 2 balls and no strikes to the Freeport, New York native. Aboard at first stands Gavin O'Brien. He led the inning off for Norwich. It's 2-0 to the Norwich leadoff man. We'll take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard on this Friday, June the 20th, the 2-0. At the knees, strike one. The Vermont Lake Monsters, winners here tonight, 3-2 over the Westfield Starfires at Centennial Field. And the New Britain Bees defeated by Nashua 2-1 at New Britain Stadium. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike to Noe. The pitch, that runs inside it, hit him. And now Norwich has runners at first and second with 1 out.
The second baseman, Charlie Walsh.
Let's see, get the rally caps going.
Hopefully Norwich can start to get it going. Their pitcher on the mound for the Bravehearts. I don't think we've introduced him yet. It is number 47, James Morris, out of Southbury, Connecticut. He's worked 2 innings this summer. He hasn't allowed any earned runs. He's struck out 3 in 9 batters he's faced overall. He's trying to hold Norwich off the board. He's the right-hander in the ball game for the Worcester Bravehearts out of Assumption University in Lancaster, Massachusetts. Something I wanted to ask you guys. I know that Army-Navy rivalries, I know that the Naval Academy, or the Coast Guard, is very close to here, but how fun is it to watch when Army-Navy play football against one another, and what a big celebration that is to see those 2 teams play.
It's awesome to see the rivalry. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know, obviously, we're all together. We're in the armed forces and everything like that. But just to see that in the game, here's the one time, you know what, all bets are off. We're going against each other. It's fun. I think it's a good thing to watch. There's always that, bragging rights later on. I've seen a lot of people that I know that, they have somebody in the Navy and then there's somebody in the Army, and all of a sudden the game comes on, and it's funny to watch how they both go at it and everything like that. But then once everything is done, it's like, all right, back to the couple again. But it's fun. I think it's a good rivalry. It's definitely a good rivalry that's been going on for many, many, many years.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. And going back to, I guess, favorite baseball memory for me is watching the flyover on opening day for baseball, which signifies the start. Baseball season is finally here. No sport does it the way that baseball does to open up the season. I don't know if you have an opening day experience like that, but I think that for me, going to the ballpark, opening day should really be a holiday, a national holiday. The way that every team puts it together when they have their home opener, it's a sellout crowd, and really the spectacle that they put on.
Well, I think it will be cool to have they do some type of military appreciation instead of a night, a month. I've seen all the uniforms. I've seen all the teams have these beautiful uniforms when they do military appreciation night. And I think it would be cool to have that for a month, a whole entire month, all the games, just showing the appreciation of everybody that's served, and is currently serving.
I am all about that, and watching seeing those specialty uniforms for a whole month. I mean, that should sell out any ballpark, and then maybe get their hands on it, like you were saying. Maybe I'll have to have some conversations with the front office and see if we can start selling them in the team store. I think they would be going out of style if we started selling them.
Oh, no, most definitely, especially being, so close to, the Groton and everything like that, and the Coast Guard Academy. I think it's it shows us support, and I think it shows us the support that's actually needed. A lot of military vets, they've gone through a lot, through whatever tours that they've done. They come home, they've gone through what they've gone through, and sometimes they just a hug, just a thank you for your support, thank you for what you've done. I mean, it goes a long, long, long way. Especially the Vietnam vets, that they came back and basically people's back was towards against them, and it's like, it wasn't their fault. They went out there, everybody does what they're ordered. Whether we agree to it, whether we don't agree to it, we're there to protect the country, obviously protect ourselves and stuff like that. And, when somebody goes through a thing and they come back, it's just one of those, just give that support.
And I think one of the great traditions in all of baseball, or all of sports, I should say, is in the NHL, when you win the Stanley Cup, they go to the White House. It doesn't matter who the president is, who's in that Oval Office. It's a long-standing tradition where they all visit the White House, or in Major League Baseball, when you win the World Series, they go to the White House and they bring them in to celebrate that championship. I think that's one of the greatest parts about sports in America is the way that they're always invited to the White House and they're honored there. I don't know anything else quite like that.
No, and there isn't. And for many, to go to the White House, I mean, a lot of people don't get to experience that. Forget about who's the president. Going to the White House is an experience in itself. And to know the traditions and everything like that.
Rivera trying to leg it out. He's there safely.
Nice.
Norwich loads them up. They're still fighting here.
Let's do this.
In the bottom of the 7th, and now a chance for Ian Moser. That's why you don't stop running. Rivera legs it out. It was on the backhand side of Jackson Marshall. And Norwich now threatening. They're just trying to break through and break up the shutout bid. Morris trying to hold off Norwich. Here's Moser. He has a home run against Worcester already this summer. Boy, would that be special to leave the ballpark here in the bottom of the 7th.
Awesome comeback if they could pull this off.
Morris comes to the plate. That hits Moser. It forces in the first run of the ball game. O'Brien scores. It's 5-1. So a hit batsman, and now this is going to bring the entire Worcester infield defense to the pitcher's mound. There's going to be a pitching change here in Worcester. That's the end of the rope for James Morris. Norwich is threatening. They have something going here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and fans, a chance for us to talk to you and hear from one of our sponsors. And Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a new name with the same great people and service is coming soon. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a division of Ascend Bank, as well as Griswold Dental. Their goal is to create a trusting relationship with patients where their comfort and health is our first priority. Start your journey to better health today at griswolddental.net. And Griswold Pride, substance use disorder, does not discriminate who it affects, and it affects more than just the individual. The effects of the substance use impact our whole society. Learn more at griswoldpride.org. And also, we get to hear from Jewett City Savings Bank, your hometown bank for over 125 years. Start a new account at jcsbank.com or come into one of our convenient offices and find out why we are your community bank. And not last or least, we hear from Strain Family Motors. It's not a car. It's not a motorcycle. It's a slingshot. Rent one from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Get that wind in your hair sensation when you rent a slingshot from Strain Family Motors. SFMslingshots.com. And SCR Structures and Sheds, the official sponsor of the Norwich Scenic Horns pregame show. For over 25 years, we have succeeded by providing our customers with dependable storage solutions and a quality buying experience. SCR-structures.com. Local, just up the road in North Franklin. And finally, the Dinosaur Place. Big family fun with life-size dinosaurs. Amazing adventures await you at the Dinosaur Place. 10% off for all military personnel. We can't wait to welcome you to the Dinosaur Place, local in Montville, Connecticut, right on the way to the shore. Come face to face with roaring replicas, explore the trails, and make unforgettable memories. Visit thedinosaurplace.com for more information. New pitcher in the ball game for the Bravehearts as they make the pitching change for James Morris. It's now Keegan Antleman, who has the baseball for Luke Beckstein's group. Bases loaded. Connor Scanlon, the 1-0. He saws it off foul. The Dinosaur Place, we're proud to team up with them. I don't know if you've been to the Dinosaur Place. 10% off for all military personnel, but 65 acres. They got life-size dinosaurs there. I don't know. You guys might have to take a field trip over there to Montville.
Yeah, I got two little ones still, so that might be something I'm going to have to end up doing, is taking them there.
Well, that almost hit Scanlon. That would have made it 5-2. If the inning and the ball game would keep going for Norwich, then we would see Anthony Tirado come to the plate. His bat starting to simmer. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. This is roped out to left center field. It is falling, diving. He didn't make the catch. 1 run scores, and Rivera scores. This gets away. Hesitating is Moser. This will play to run. Norwich has made it a 6-4 ball game. Nice. It rolled into the Bravehearts dugout. Mondesir with the diving effort. He couldn't hang on to it. It's a 2-run scoring double. Check that. 3-run scoring double for Scanlon. It's a 2-run ball game at Dodd Stadium.
Here we go. This is what we need.
Now a chance for Anthony Tirado. He had a base hit his last time up. Anelman has just a 1.80 ERA. That's going to be elevated now. Well, check that. Those runs are all charged to James Morris. So the bat's starting to roar here in the 7th. This is going to bring the attention to Wyatt Hoffman to the pitcher's mound here with Keegan Anelman. While Norwich is saving the fireworks here for the bottom of the 7th.
Pinch run. Guess they're doing a pinch run too.
Jack Byrne is going to run in the spot of his Fairfield teammate Connor Scanlon. A hit could make it a 1-run game. Mondesir went full extension on the dive, but he couldn't catch up to the baseball. Tirado trying to keep the good times rolling in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch outside, ball 1. Well, these are the moments you live for as a baseball fan.
I think this is all the moments we were just talking about earlier.
Norwich trying to have a magical finish tonight. Burns the base runner. That's outside. It's ball 2. Anelman came into a predicament. It was a bases loaded jam. Since then, Scanlon has cleared the bases. Tirado trying to pass the baton. 2-0 to him. The pitch fouled away. He shoots it back to the screen. Strike 1. Norwich back at home tomorrow. They play the Nashua Silver Knights. They want to keep this ball game going a little longer tonight. Just a 7-inning game with the doubleheader. It's 2-1 to Toronto. This is on the line. It's through into left field. The green light ahead for Byrne. He will score. It's a one-run game. Toronto with the RBI, 2-out single into left field. And Norwich with a 5-run seventh. Never say die attitude for this group. The rally hats are on right now, and Toronto stays hot at the plate. It was over the head of DiGiorio. The throw was cut off. Burns scores easily, and Norwich with a little bit of thunder right now.
Definitely. This is what we were talking about earlier today.
This ball game is far from over yet. Jaden Novak will grab a bat. He will pinch hit. Toronto runs well. He had 20 steals last summer. So far, 3 to his name. I would expect him to eventually be on the move with the righty Antelman. First pitch home is a strike on the inside corner. Toronto has been a patient hitter. He had a battle. Rally hats are on in the press box right now. Norwich trying to keep the magic alive. No balls, 1 strike to Novak. His delivery is over his head. He ducks out of the way for ball 1. Novak had the game-winning RBI against New Britain right here at Dodd Stadium last week. That started the 4-game winning streak. A shot into the gap could tie the game. The pitch, he was jammed. He sends it into the seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Novak trying to fight with 2 strikes. We'll see if Dombrowski will put Toronto in motion here. The Scenic Horns have struck for 5 in the 7th. It's 1-2 to Jaden Novak. He's the pinch hitter for Joe Durso. Antelman set at the belt. Toronto at first. The breaking ball misses. Ball 2. Good eye there from the transfer to LaSalle University out of the College of Charleston. Novak with the high socks. One of 4 catchers on the roster. The 2-2. Oh, he got twisted up inside. Antelman strikes him out. And the Bravehearts hold on and they win it. Final score 6-5. You have to like the fight here tonight despite the loss. Norwich with the comeback effort, it falls a little bit short, but a little bit of drama here in the 7th.
No, but you know what? It went to the last inning. It was a good fight to the last inning.
So the Bravehearts pick up wins 13 and 14 of the summer. Stick with us. We'll have the post-game show next. Big thank you to Edwin Morales and Greg Bargan for joining me for the final couple of innings. You brought the good luck there in the 7th. More times than not, when you get 5 runs in an inning, it's going to be a good news. But once again, thanks so much for coming here.
Thank you for
Military
having us.
Appreciation Night. It's been a lot of fun.
No, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll step aside. The Capital Property Group post-game show is coming your way next when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Scenic Horn fans, want to watch the Scenic Horns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Thank you to tonight's sponsors. Sponsoring our Military Appreciation Night, we thank Seacorp, delivering excellence in defense technology here in Groton.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Who really wanted with me? I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Let me know if you come to a Bark in the Park.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what end up doing the next couple of the games.
Yeah,
it's nice to come not in uniform.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back to the Norwich Unicorns postgame show presented by Capital Property Group. As we bring up there, Edwin Morales and Greg Bargon, thanks so much to them for joining me those final couple of innings. Great time here in the broadcast room. Norwich close The 5-run 7th inning, but just not enough here tonight in the comeback mission. We'll have our firework post-game display right here from our high home camera, so we'll keep it live all the way through as well. But a huge thank you to Edwin Morales, Greg Bargon for coming up. That was a lot of fun having them join me for the final few innings here on Military Appreciation Night. That's really what it's all about, and so great having them be a part of the festivities here today. Here's a look at the final numbers here today in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Worcester wins it. Final score 6-5. For Worcester, they had 6 runs here in the ball game on 6 hits. They made 3 errors. Norwich, 5 runs, 5 hits. They made 1 error. The winning pitcher here tonight goes to Randy Guzman. He works 3 innings of shutout baseball. He struck out 2. The first loss of the summer for Matt Wooten. He allows 5 earned runs in 5 innings of work. He struck out 6 and walked 2. Grand Slam was the difference here tonight in the ball game, as the Worcester Bravehearts made it a 5-0 ball game, and then Chris Mondesir with the steal of home plate. You almost never see something like that, and it was Mondesir who was able to make that happen. Here's a look at some of those highlights here tonight from this ball game. Here's a look at that grand slam from Wyatt Hoffman. While it turned into the grand slam for him. Here's a look at tonight's SureBrite Commercial Services, cleaning up moment of the game. Wyatt Hoffman. This is what broke the ball game open. He pokes it down the right field line, and Sweeney, you just hate to see something like that. And he was obviously injured there on the play, and it emptied the bases and made it 5-0 Worcester. That would come in the top of the 5th inning. Worcester with 1 run in the 3rd, 4 in the 5th, and 1 in the 7th. Norwich had all their offense come in the 7th inning.
As we're getting ready for our fireworks show. Shane, Logan, take it away.
Norwich Unicorns battled back in the late innings. Here's a look at the steal of home plate on something that you'll almost never see at a ball game again. Here is a look at the steal of home plate from Mondesir. This would stand as the winning run here tonight. Mondesir would break for the plate, and then all of a sudden, he made it 6-0. Norwich would battle their way back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's how the Unicorns would make it just a 1-run ball game. There would be Connor Scanlon. He would clear the bases. He made it 6-5. They're getting ready for the fireworks downstairs. We will send you downstairs for tonight's Friday night fireworks show. Another spectacular Friday night firework display at Dodd Stadium. The final score, Worcester 6 and the Scenic Horns 5. Norwich made it interesting in the bottom of the 7th inning, but unfortunately ran out of time here today. Norwich with the 5-run 7th made it just a 1-run game, but unfortunately that would be the end of the comeback effort here tonight. Worcester picks up the doubleheader sweep. They have sole possession now, first place in the Futures League standings. They're 14-6 now through their first 20 contests. Norwich drops the 2 ball games here tonight, and the Scenic Horns are 8-11 through their first 19. Frank Spirito will get the baseball tomorrow for Norwich. The Yukon product will try and get Norwich back on track. It's the Scenic Horns and the Nashua Silver Knights tomorrow night right here at Dodd Stadium. Bark in the park as well. The Dogs are coming back to Dodd Stadium. $10 tickets for all dog owners and $5 admission for the Dogs. And their admission will be donated to the Wings of Freedom Animal Rescue. It's presented by Norwich Town Pet Resort and Spa, as well as Creature Comfort Animal in Norwich. And the Silver Knights tomorrow night. It's also the Dodd Stadium treasure hunt as well. Norwich will try and get back into winning form tomorrow. That's going to conclude our broadcast here tonight. For Nick DeRue, our producer here, Mike Minarski running the cameras down low, and Noel as well. The Wax for picking up this game. I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:15. The pregame show kicks off. Once again, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night.